you in my sight. I keep all of what you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey.
Disclaimer, read all about it.
Oh, hey, everybody. Anybody, put in one in the chat if you can hear me. And then give me, sorry guys, 30 more seconds. Kiddos are home today, sick with a bug. I am probably getting it because that's just how it is. So I'm going to check on the oldest. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back. I'm good. We're good. Everybody's good. Okay. So, how's everybody doing today? I'm sure everyone has seen all of the things and the rounds have been made regarding this release footage of Stacy Wondra's post interrogation / confession. A lot of people, for some reason, believe that this is a interrogation footage, and no, 'tis not. So I don't know why that's being portrayed, but I said that that's what was going to happen with these bigger creators who don't know shit about nothing. It's just the way it is, you know. So let me say hi to everybody before we begin. Who do we have? We have Gma. I hope you feel better. Thank you for being here and stopping by, Miss Rootbug. Cat, Matthew. Hey. Thanks. I worked hard on that intro. Ridiculously long time. Hey, Julia T. Good to see ya. Sleuthy Goosey. Eyes popping, eye peepers popping. Good to see you. Yeah, this is a shit show. As I said it would. Now we're comparing cases. It's just wild. It's just wild. So I'm not going to get into, the recap. Just go watch the last live I did and the one before that. There's a playlist with Michael Vaughan that I have, and have a field day with it. There's a lot of information in there that you're not going to get the important juicy stuff of the 4 suspects and things surrounding Michael's case that you kind of need to know. You need to know those in-depth things that would make a lot of sense, because, when you don't have much information and police don't give much, as they should, keep it close to the vest. Wild speculation happens in every case, but everybody makes things out of little things out of big things, right? Oh, I'm getting a call from, ironically, an Idaho number. One moment. Okay, I'm gonna be on hold for a second, but just hang tight. Nobody leave.
You need, and then I approve it or deny it.
Oh, okay. That takes the turnaround to get the judge to sign off on that. Sorry about that. That was the Payette County Clerk's office. So anyway, let's get to it. um, so the first video portion that did have redactions, for some reason I don't understand why. Played that last night, so go watch that after this live. This one's going to be part 2. It's definitely a lot longer, but they still don't add up to the amount of video footage that the original request is from. So I don't know why there were so many big chunks. But like I said last night, I'm gonna just play whatever what CJ put out, because I am not gonna be held liable for shit by putting out what I have. So give me just one moment. Let me pull that up. Sorry. And I got a little kid asking for something. One moment. Okay. Back. I might be interrupted a few times, so I'll just let the video play just the way it is. All right. We're just going to get into it. So, recap really fast. Of course, Michael Vaughan went missing on July 27, 2021, around his home, anywhere between allegedly 6:40 to 7 p.m. in Fruitland, Idaho. And the 4 suspects were named a year and a half and some change later. You have Sarah Wondra, Stacey Wondra, who owns 1102 Red, or not owns, but stayed at 1102 Red Wing. And of course, Brandon Shurtleff and Adrienne Lucene stayed there with them around the time of Michael's disappearance. So Stacy has alleged to me and the world, really, that it was a false confession. He just wanted to get out of the interrogation process. I think there's more to it than that. If he is telling the truth, big if, right? We don't know anything. So we're going to listen to the second part. And I think I have made some connections to something I can prove, a few things that I can prove to be true, which is always good. We want to clear out the air. We always want to have the speculation not get so out of bounds that it muffles the case, like you see happening in Sebastian's case. All right. Let's get into it. This one's a long one. Chris McDonough makes his entrance, so I'm going to check the chat before I start. Again, I'm sick, guys. Sorry. I'm just not feeling 100%. So I'm not as chipper as usual. Bear with me. So it's really just to push a narrative. But hey, if they were on Southwest 8th, where CCTV was, then they were caught doing some fuck shit and didn't get charges yet. Think about that. You have a confession where someone's telling you where a little boy's body is and blaming it, you'll see here specifically on Sarah. And I have a feeling that that is very retaliatory in nature and purposeful because of, in my opinion, an interrogatory tactic to pin one against the other, right? Well, did you know that this person was banging this one? And, Sarah's being told, do you know he cheated on you 8 billion times? And I'll show you the TikTok where I definitely, Sarah knows in September and October of 2022, things that are coming to light. Okay. All right, let's go.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Perfect.
you're great.
All right.
Hey, Stace.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is Chris Medina.
How are you? Let me go get, okay? I'm just out in front of your house here. Let me show you.
Where's Sarah at?
She's in custody.
You guys arrested her?
I guess they did, yeah.
Where did they take her? Payette?
I guess. Hang on, I'm trying to turn my camera around. There it is. Let me get out of my truck. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Oh. Welcome home.
Yeah, fucking great.
Look at, I know, we got everybody and their mothers here, as you can see,
Yeah.
you know. And, when we talked the other night, I shared with you, look, we're putting in motion a lot of stuff, right, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And say hi to the crew.
Stacy.
How are you feeling?
Irritated?
Yeah, help us understand where you're at.
No, I'm just tired of being cooped up. I'm tired of being stuck in a little fucking cell and not getting any time out.
Yeah, we get it. Trust me. And
So for someone to say Sarah dug a hole, by the way, you're going to hear that he alleges it took 30 minutes to an hour. Has anybody ever dug a hole for not nefarious reasons? It takes a long time, depending on how hard or soft the dirt is, matters and what type. But it ain't easy. If anybody's ever buried a pet that they loved, maybe a medium-sized dog, big dog, it takes a long time. You would think, oh, this is enough. It's not enough. Not to mention that these Sarah and Stacy were not the healthiest, kind of heavy on the heavy side, especially Stacy. I just, you got to keep that stuff in mind when you assume things, right?
so I'm going to turn the camera around, and all three of us are here. And let's go into your house first of all, okay? Just for a second. Get an idea. So Carson was out last night. We got here last night.
Okay.
And
How'd that go?
good. from his position, right?
Yeah.
Which is okay. So we're back home here. You can see what everybody's been up to. Is this your room here?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to see anything in particular while we're here?
What beds are in the house?
This one right.
What goods are in the house? So at this point, all he wanted to do in the first section, if you will, of the video covered yesterday is when I talked to my mom, they say the two officers are talking to each other while Stacy goes to the bathroom, and they find out that he said to his mother, "I lied to them." So for all of the people who said that I concocted that for Stacy, you can fuck right on off, because that happened while he was in prison and I hadn't spoken to Stacy, nor did I want to. And not only that, his mother was the first one to hear that. So there you go. Eat your crow.
Here, this looks like some master. Looks like a comfortable bed. Is this one yours?
Yeah, it's the queen.
That's a nice bed. And I'll go in the other room. This one over here. That looks like a little water bed. Or what is that?
No, that's a queen bed as well. What's in the next room over?
This one's empty.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Was there a bed in there?
There was supposed to be a couch in the master bedroom, in our bedroom, but I don't know what happened to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Which one did Adrian stay in?
The room the room you're facing to your right.
This one here?
And no.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that his or is that yours?
Go up closer. What is that? I can't see it.
Nightstand?
It's like a nightstand or something.
The table Sarah's. I don't know what that green thing is. Is there a blue cord connected to the back of it?
Yeah.
That's probably the Wi-Fi box then.
Okay. So you don't want
What's in the closet? Nothing?
nothing. It looks empty, bro.
Yeah, that's all. That's Sarah's stuff.
Okay. So, going out
Words
here,
of the
you can
day,
see
G-Ma.
everybody's still in the backyard. Let me go back here to the laundry room. Anything in here?
No, what's the garage look like? Empty?
Yeah.
No, it looks about the same. It has the car.
So it sounds like Stacy's trying to get a head count on some things. He's trying to help investigators find evidence, right? But really, it sounds like he's just wanting to check out how things are. Men typically don't like people just rummaging around their own things, but I think he's a little bit nosy trying to figure out what Sarah's up to these days. Remember, he was in Washington County, where he is at in this video, for unrelated gun charges. And Sarah is out living her life because she received supervised release in July of 2022. So you know that chapped his ass. I'm going to play something for you. And this was in September of 2022. There was a lot of harassment going on, people sending messages to Sarah, a collage photo of her own inappropriate photos that she had sent at some point, and she couldn't tell who it was. It was a Google burner number. So she was getting some, just all sorts of hate, right? Well, she talks about that in one of her TikToks, and I have the report, the police report that Captain Cy Armstrong signed off on. Very interesting, very interesting. So let's play what she says, because it's ironic, very ironic.
You know what? I told him every time that God was revealed to me when he cheated on me every time. I'm super glad I let him go. But God always did reveal to me every time he cheated on me, because every time he did, somehow, some way, he'd get himself locked up in jail. Every time he cheated on me, God would put him in his place. I didn't have to do nothing.
Well, damn. Sassy Britches, tell us. When I first heard that, I was like, oh my, oh my. So maybe it doesn't feel too good when it happens to the one cheating, right? And we all know that that's a fact, that happened. I don't know about Sarah's side. She isn't really free to talk about it. So let's continue.
Before there's like a trailer and
Oh,
Yeah, her car's here.
I just
Where was that duct tape at?
turn the camera to the left of her car.
Over here?
Yeah, there was a bookshelf. Yeah, that's the duct tape roll, I think. Or is that Scotch tape?
It's Scotch tape.
Yeah, no, that's not the right one. No, it wouldn't be on the table. There was a little stand.
Okay. Let me look around for it.
It was a tall bookshelf. It was a tall one.
Okay.
No, she must have gotten rid of it.
Okay.
What's on the side of her car?
This is her car.
Yeah, what's on the side of it?
It says we accept Venmo and PayPal.
Yeah, what's on the other side, like the front? What does that say?
It says love, hope, faith, taxi ride for today.
hey Stacey, where was the tricycle at?
On top. Well,
Okay, so here's some evidence coming out, right? Potential evidence. Now, the tricycle thing has been quite a conundrum from the beginning versus the scooter. So those two things of items of interest have always baffled me. There is a playlist on at least the scooter part. Mike Foster, who was interviewed, he's a neighbor to the Wondras, said that police came by many times to ask for if they've seen a sun-bleached scooter. Chief Huff will not talk about that because it's evidentiary in nature. So something is interesting about that. Maybe it's a false witness tip. Maybe it's because Stacy said something, but it was definitely mentioned at the very beginning, the first few days. There was allegedly kids on scooters going from the splash pad down to, the Hidden Meadow subdivision. The mom was following. She had been parked at the splash pad watching her kids play and then followed them home. I mean, who the fuck knows the truth? But we do know that there is a scooter tied to Michael, maybe a birthday one, not sure. Maybe the brothers, I don't know. I'm not really 100% sure, but I know that there was or is one at that home at some point before he went missing. So really none of our business, right? Because that's for police. But a tricycle comes up and it's very interesting. And I'm really hoping that Carson Starkey doesn't let it be implicated in this whole tricycle business, because he's the one that tried to sell one in May of 2021, along with his trailer and other things. So we'll get into that.
turn the camera around. It was sitting on the boxes right there.
Okay.
They rearranged all the boxes, so it was literally closer to the trailer on the right side. No. That side of the trailer, but yeah, your left, my right. But it was sitting. They did a lot of rearranging in the garage. she been in custody?
I'm not sure.
Is that why she wasn't answering the last couple nights?
No, I think last night was,
Her last night?
yeah, they held her. But, so question.
Yeah.
Out front or out back here.
Yeah.
Trying to direct these guys, as you can see, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
They've had 3 cadaver dogs have all alerted to the backyard, but they're trying to narrow down the scent. And so any help you have.
So to be 1000% with you, where I've directed you is the last place that I knew. That's literally the place that he was buried. Where that dumpster is, or where that bucket is right there is, I mean, that's in the area where I told you. I wasn't out there when she was burying him, correct, completely.
Okay.
I just had noticed the general vicinity, which is where that bucket, that loader is. That's.
So we came out to this
Fence.
See that mark on your fence?
Yeah.
We came out to that point, and we went down. How far did you guys go down?
Oh, about 3 foot. Pretty good.
So for someone who knows all of the details of where Michael is, he really is mucking it up here, because Chris McDonough and the other investigators are going, we need some assistance, even though we have all of this equipment, assistance with other law enforcement officers, not the FBI, which is really strange. But anywho, they can't find him. But the dogs are alerting. So what gives? Very interesting.
Yeah. We're down about 3 foot. Pretty deep.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. How close was he to the it's like the box that was out there for sprinkler box? How close was he to the sprinkler box?
He was to the gun.
It was in the middle of the yard, about where the bucket is.
Oh yeah, it's not there anymore, huh?
No.
I mean, he wasn't. It was. I think it was a little bit closer in than the sprinkler. Where was it at? Right there.
Yeah, you can see it out there. It's going on.
Yeah. No, so it would have been a little closer in. Not like right on the edge of the fence, but.
Okay.
I'm giving you the best I can, guys. Like lots. Sarah hasn't exactly been complete, with obviously being honest with you guys, and I'm trying to give you what I can.
Could it have been over in the corner?
So the plot thickens here. Sarah's not being honest now. So that means the investigator said to Stacy during, again, this is not the interrogation. Please understand that. I should have a fucking banner on the bottom, because everyone thinks this is the interrogation. This is not. This is post-interrogation, post-confession. Okay? I'm going to make a banner, damn it. But, so they're telling him that Sarah said this and that and this and that. And you know damn well that's what happened to Sarah. Well, Stacy said this, that, and this and that. So it's kind of making sense now why they recharged her with old charges from the dog bone Tanner Butler looking ass incident, because they needed more help trying to figure out what all of this shit means, in my opinion.
Stacy, over next to Starkey's fence.
It might be. You could check there. All I know is that the place where I saw her start the shoveling was where I pointed you. But tear up a whole yard. I mean, I'm giving you guys what I got. Like I said. Huh?
We don't want to do that unless we have to.
I know, and I don't want you to have to, unless you have to either. But I can only.
Over there in the corner by the fence, huh?
It may be. It could be. All I know is that from the directions where I gave you, that's where she was starting to dig. So, and Oakley always dug around that same spot, if you noticed, and I think Oakley was onto something. Like, I don't know, Oakley's a pretty smart dog, being a hound, but, she always dug in that vicinity, that area, and she really never went around to, a lot of other places in the yard to dig, if you noticed. Like, she was usually stuck to, like, one area, which is pretty usual for, you know, a hound dog, you know, I mean, so, I mean, that's the best I got for you. I wish I could tell you, you know, yeah, it's for sure over to the left. I mean, what I've gotten for sure is from where I told you guys. Trust me, I want him home. I want you guys, I want him to be found.
Yeah, because I've already told Brandy, and, you know, that we were over here and what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So her whole family is just torn up right now. All the kids crying, they're crying.
Yeah.
And I think the sooner we can get this done, the better it's going to be for them.
Yeah. So you said what are they called, the cadaver dogs?
Yes.
Oh, so you said that they were hitting on the backyard though, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, so that's what I like to hear, because I mean that just confines in the information that I'm providing you guys. I mean, I'm distraught, you know, like I want this, you know, I want this to be done and over with, you know. This family suffered way too long, and you know. Have you spoke to my mom since yesterday?
Oh, he's so full of
I
shit.
didn't hear the entire time.
Have you? Okay. Well, last night I was just going through a lot of mental stuff, and I told my mom that what I told you guys was a fable, but it wasn't. I was going mentally insane, reversing things in my head, worried about that I told you guys something wrong. But just if you guys talk to her, let her know that, you know, everything I've given you, I mean, the dogs are pointing to it and everything else, you know. So, I mean, I've got you guys in the right direction.
Yeah. And Sarah's made comments too, however, hers were that you were the one that did this.
Oh my God.
Wow, the plot thickens. The plot thickens, right? Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Well, let's look at that leaked probable cause affidavit, because I'm not going to put the actual. So the news got a hold of that before it was sealed by the courts. Okay, but let's see what they say. We're just going to keep it simple. Let's remember what she said. All right.
Woman charged with failure to report death tied to disappearance of Fruitland boy. Summarize with AI Summarizer. Save 4 minutes reading time. Police have arrested a woman suspected to be involved in the disappearance of a Fruitland boy and charged her with failure to report a death. Sarah Wondra, 35, of Fruitland, was arrested Friday after police served a search warrant at the Red Wing Street residence she shares with her husband, Stacy Wondra, according to a probable cause affidavit. The residence was the site of a weekend police search and excavation in connection with the disappearance of Michael Vaughan. Michael went missing from his front yard half a mile from the Wondra residence on July 27, 2021, when he was 5 years old. Police haven't said publicly what evidence they're looking for, but they brought cadaver dogs to search the yard. By Monday afternoon, officials had not said whether they found evidence or remains at the residence. Sarah Wondra was arraigned Monday afternoon. She told Judge Brian Lee she understood the allegations made against her but maintained that they're not correct.
According to
When Lee
court
informed
documents,
her of her rights, Wondra said, "I don't have any reason to be silent because I didn't do anything wrong." Wondra was charged with felony failure to report a death rather than a misdemeanor charge. The felony charge is triggered when a person's failure to report is based on their intent to conceal the manner of the death, according to Idaho law. It carries a possible prison sentence up to 10 years and a fine of up to $50,000. In an emailed statement,
Which was dropped,
a
by the way.
spokesperson for Michael's family told the Idaho Statesman the family is asking for privacy and support. They are dealing with very difficult news that's ongoing and unfolding, Lana Westbrook said. Westbrook also noted that officials have instructed the public to avoid the investigation area and the family's home. Lee set Sarah Wondra's bond at $500,000. If she bonds out of jail, she will be required to wear a GPS monitoring device. Fruitland police obtained search warrant. According to court documents, police forced entry into the Wondra's home around 9:30 p.m. Friday, where they found Sarah Wondra in the living room. She was detained and read a copy of the search warrant. "When I got to the portion that read murder," she said, "Did you just say murder multiple times?" a Fruitland police officer wrote in the affidavit. She also said, "I have never murdered anyone." Officials said Sarah Wondra maintained that she definitely did not kill that boy and said the Most High God already told me who did it. She reportedly told police, "Oh wow, the Most High God just told me that Stacy was the one who killed him and buried him in the yard of the neighbor's house." When asked later to show police where the boy was buried, according to the affidavit, she told police of a spot near the entry of her residence and said Stacy had buried him in the backyard by the shed. Police said by that point, they had begun hand-digging a portion of the Wondra's yard based on information received from Stacy, who had not been arrested or charged by Monday afternoon. It wasn't clear when or why police had spoken with Stacey Wondra. Sarah Wondra was arrested and told police, "God just told me that Stacy was the one who did it," adding that she knew the body was in the neighbor's yard because that's what Stacy just told me. She then corrected herself and said that's what God told her, according to the affidavit. She allegedly reiterated to police that she had nothing to do with Michael's disappearance. She said her husband buried Michael in the backyard by the shed but wasn't the one who actually harmed the boy. She said instead that a man identified only as Adrian had been the one that had done it, and he was scared to tell anybody. This story was originally published November 14, 2022 at 2:15 p.m.
Clear as mud? Clear as mud? No. So, here's the thing about conflicting statements, especially when it comes to circumstantial evidence and direct evidence, like a confession with nothing to back it up on and no one to corroborate this. It doesn't hold water unless there is legitimacy, a good theory, something that connects the dots that a jury is going to go, right. No reasonable doubt to cross the mind. That's hard to do. So let's keep listening, having that in mind that no one is actually pointing to a specific place. They're jumping around and pointing fingers, and it's in the neighbor's yard. It's here, it's there. Poor Michael. Okay, this is just egregious. It's awful.
Yeah, no. I can't even mow the yard. Do you see me digging a hole that big? I mean, I can barely walk as it is. So I mean, there's no way I have the energy.
Stuff of finding him, that kind of proves that, we can believe you more than we can believe Sarah.
Right. I mean, if that's all the crap she's giving you, it's just that he's the one that dug the hole. But she's not giving you any specifics. I can give you the specifics, but there's no way with my height or my weight and my, I can't even mow the yard. There's no, I mean, I don't have the physical abilities. I mean.
And do you think Sarah did? Sarah wasn't too far off from being the weight that he was. I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not. I'm just saying she was on her way. And do you think she could by herself? No, I don't think so. I think that there was something that was pissing Stacy off about what he found out. In my opinion, again, this is not the interrogation. This is the post-interrogation confession footage from the Washington County Sheriff officers trying to figure out how to assist law enforcement searching the backyard and having Stacy call them. That's it.
Now I will, after I get out of, doing what I'm doing, but, yeah, that's not something I could have done.
Okay, yeah, and as long as we're able to find Michael and that goes hand in hand with what you told us, then I would be led to believe you more than I would be led to believe Sarah.
Yeah.
And so if there's
all they want is to find his remains, as unfortunate as that is, because that starts the process of elimination of these inferred circumstantial references to how to connect the dots, because I'm telling you, they don't know shit without this stuff. They don't, or they would be arrested. There would be some kind of, I'm sure they have theories. Of course they do. They're investigators. I'm sure they have a pretty good understanding. I'm not saying that they don't. However, when you put it to the grand jury or you put it to the courts during trial, you need to have your buttons buttoned, your I's dotted, your T's crossed. It needs to be rock solid. And it just doesn't look like that was ever really established, even though it's with the prosecutor's office. You know what I mean? There's obviously some holes. There's some issues. And of course, his remains, if that's what they feel happened, that he was deceased in that backyard, maybe they already had an inkling of that way before these folks.
Anything that you can help us out with about where to look, what they've done, if there's any specific side in the yard, anything that you may forgot?
Yeah. I'll definitely let you guys know. Like I said, all I've got for you is where I pointed you. You could check the corner of the yard. Like I said, Sarah, could have done something with it when I wasn't home. Knowing that she knew that I had seen where she was digging. So maybe she just wanted to keep, try to, keep it as a confusion. I mean, she's pretty scandalous like that. So.
Yes, Detective Keller said she threw you right under the bus.
No.
When they came through the door with the search warrant. Nobody even asked her any questions. She just flat out said it.
She just flat out said Stacy did it all?
No, she said Stacy murdered him and buried him.
Oh my god, dude. That is the most... Wow, man. That's definitely not what I did. I didn't do any of that. And you're gonna...
Well, correction. The police can leave out things and lie to you and make things seem as though they are not. Write it down. Keep it in a notebook for your future case endeavors. They don't have to tell you shit. They can lie to you. And there's proof. What she said was God told her Stacy did it. And then it was the neighbor's yard. Then it was the shed. And then it was the front of the property. I mean, God bless America. What a mess. What a mess. Ruby says neither of them could dig a hole like that. Hell, I could barely do it. And I'm I'm not in shape, but I'm not unfortunate where I couldn't. It's hard digging a mound. It's hard to dig a grave, if you will. It takes hours. Okay? Not no 30 minutes. Well, he claimed fixing on cars. I'm 50-50. He does fix cars. I have the reports. I've gone over them. I can do it again. Where he had to get people's cars tagged and towed because they never paid for the services or they had issues. I mean, they really did do the things. They don't lie about every single thing. And that's what I'm trying to figure out is where are the lies? Right?
Find out as soon as you guys locate him. Like I said, I wanted no part in that. None.
Is the duct tape still going to be over his mouth?
They should be.
Okay.
I didn't watch take them off.
Okay.
So you should have everything intact as it was.
Give me
What?
an approximate time frame.
What do you mean intact as it was? What was what? What story was given about what happened? Which I knew there was more to it. Don't think that Eve is some silly little idiot, like some people think I am. Just because I repeat what is being said to me out of the horse's mouth does not mean I believe it. So, of course, there had to have been. Why? What were the circumstances? What did you see? Blah, blah, blah. And allegedly, duct tape, bound by duct tape and over the mouth. Okay. And it's really painful to listen to. This is a 5-year-old little boy.
It took her to dig and bury.
I don't know. I'd say probably between a half hour to an hour-ish. I want to say. I mean, I think Adrian was helping her, if I'm right about that. I mean, Adrian's pretty. Brandon wasn't anywhere around that. But I know Adrian's, pretty decent, skinny dude, so his abilities, and he's taller, so his abilities are a little more, wide open than
Huh? Put a 1 in the chat if you think he actually knows. And put a 2 in the chat if you have no fucking idea what to do or think about this. And then 3, he's lying and he knows little to nothing. And this is fabrication. So 1, he knows and he is diverting attention off of him. 2, 3, absolutely lying for no reason.
So, couple of questions. Anything else you want to see in the house while we're about?
Not. I mean, I wondered if my fishing poles were still in the garage, but
You want us to go check?
I mean, if you can, I had like my wallet and stuff like that, and I don't know where any of that stuff is.
Okay, man, let me turn this around.
Thank you guys for calling me and stuff. Like, I'm glad I'm able to help you guys.
Well, you're helping.
Thank you for calling me, you guys. I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Do the right thing. I'm not trying to get something out of this. Maybe a lesser sentence on my current charges, because that was maybe mentioned. I don't know.
A lot. I mean, you're helping us, and we appreciate that very much. Well, let's go to the garage and see where your fishing poles are.
Is that fishing poles? To the right.
Okay, I got this
Other right. There you go. Oh, that's a gas can. Okay, keep going down. Okay, there's 1. Yep, that's one of them. Is there only 1?
Yeah, there's only one, but
That's awesome. Yeah, that pisses me off too.
now, here's the trunk that's open. Did they put him in the trunk?
I would assume they put him on one of the trunks. Yeah.
Well, but did they, or don't assume, don't guess. Remember, we don't want you.
I honestly don't know where he was placed.
Okay.
What is that?
Remember, we don't want you to guess. We want you to know when you confess. Didn't you know that's how it goes? Especially in Idaho. Can't convict you if you're not sure. Even if it's a confession, you got to be 100%. You got to write that shit down too. So, interesting.
It's a no. Who's Edward Ramsey?
Her dad.
Okay, yeah. And let me see if there's another fishing pole. Scott's not finding it. I'm not finding it.
No.
Yeah, a lot of stuff over here. Whose stuff is all this?
Ed's and K's.
Okay, mostly the parents' house. Hey, you say there's the shelf here where the duct tape was is gone?
Yeah, it's no longer there.
Okay.
I would point it right out to you guys. I mean, it was the only tallest shelf in there.
Okay.
How convenient.
And let me see if there's you don't see any duct tape sticking out, right?
No,
You didn't know if it was the white trash bag Michael was in or the black one. You didn't know that either. But I thought you could give specifics. Didn't he just say that earlier? I didn't do it. I can give you specifics. I don't know which one's which. I really don't have any fucking clue. Trust me.
Is it a toolbox? No. What is that?
I don't know. I don't want to open it.
Oh no, don't worry about that. It's her sewing stuff.
Is Ed Ramsey?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Bible. Looks like she ordered boxes of Bible.
Yeah. She does that. She goes on a rampage of ordering the dollar Bibles.
So this refrigerator, did they use this at any point with Michael?
Not to my knowledge. I know that it was just they only used it for food and stuff.
Yeah, it's got a lot of food in it.
Yeah.
The duct tape in any of these?
No, those. Oh, I didn't even see boxes down there. What's under there?
Nothing. Some light bulbs.
Now, what's the mail on the thing right there?
So this one is property statement. Looks like faith taxi.
Dollar Bible rampage. That's an Idaho statement if I've ever heard it. Okay, and it's okay to find humor in dark things sometimes because this is it's a lot. Oh man. That's an understatement. My brain right now.
National Christian Assembly. This is junk mail. And then this is a box for Sarah. And it's more Bibles, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she really went all crazy.
Dude, she's on a Bible fast.
Oh my gosh.
She's gonna bring you to Jesus.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll get there on my own. Thanks. Holy shit, that is some crazy stuff. Is there any mail in the house at all for me? Did you guys notice?
I didn't see mail for this. Yeah, we didn't see anything for
I mean, you guys been the first group to get it, or had seen it. Well, I appreciate you looking. Go in the bedroom. I could probably.
Listen, I hope I don't offend any Idahoans in here because look, I'm from the South. I'm from Texas. You've got numerous amounts of insults to hurl back. So it's an even playing field. But no, I actually think Idaho is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I think that drugs and drug trafficking and gangs are ruining it. Absolutely.
We pointed out to you our master bedroom. It was a.
Yeah. We can go up to the garages that I can text. Come back to us. Sorry, we just locked ourselves out.
It happens. What's in the back of her car? Anything?
No, it's empty.
Okay. He's just wanting to help. That's it. He's just trying to get them the information. But why is he just needing to know where his stuff is? What's that? What's her stuff? Who is that? You're going to hear about letters. Who wrote that? Oh, that's mine. He is hunting for whatever he feels he's being betrayed on by her. That's the feeling I got. But draw your own conclusion.
Anything here belong to Michael Vaughan?
No, lift the black thing up. That black plastic thing lifts up. Is there anything under there? No. No.
Just a phone.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's supposed to be my hazard kit, but
Okay.
I don't really.
The toy.
Huh?
You remember where that went?
The what? The toy?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
We'll go back inside.
So this came up very early, that allegedly Michael was holding a toy. Stacy is saying that there was a kid down the street, a few houses down on Southwest 8, holding a toy, but it wasn't Michael, it was somebody older. So, okay. Well, there definitely was a toy bought before he went missing. And it's been alleged that they had some confusion, meaning the parents had a lot of confusion about this fucking toy. I have an idea, though. And I don't think it's appropriate to really go into it.
What's on the door?
We had to cover the doorbells.
Oh, okay.
We just put a piece of paper on it.
That makes sense.
So if you see her journal,
Yeah. What's that?
is this it?
That might be one of them. What's to the left of that, or to the right of that a little bit? You're right, or you're left. Down? No, well, that works too. We'll go over there in a minute. What's that thing?
That's a computer laptop.
Okay, well she never had that before, so I don't know.
That's all new.
Yeah.
And she's got a little notebook thing here.
Say Erica?
Tonight.
Erica.
Yeah, that's her friend in prison. I would go through some of her. Do you have her phone and stuff too?
Yeah, we have a phone, but it's we don't have her journals. So these are journals.
Yeah. I mean, those are her notepads, her notebooks that she uses. There should be. She has a couple of them. That looks like it's brand new. What's the other one?
This one is empty as well.
Is what?
This is empty as well.
Oh, is it? Okay, let's go to the table to the left of you. You're over there. What's all that?
It looks like envelopes, more Bibles.
Holy.
Yeah, no, look at this, dude. She's got 2 big boxes of Bibles.
Oh my goodness.
Look at all these religious books here.
Yeah. What's all that?
Books for putting bills or something like that.
Yeah, what's in the envelopes? Is it?
I don't know, Scott.
She would store money in them. Usually.
They're empty.
Oh, okay. Well, she made sure not to, is that hey, what's that? Open that drawer again. Oh, look, you found what's that blue thing right there?
Blue thing.
Yeah, straight down. Okay. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, you found the notebook drawer. What's that stuff right there?
Yeah, it looks like just some paperwork.
If you guys find anything that has to do with my personal info, my personal who is that from?
It's from her to you.
Oh, which one is that one?
I don't know. It says, this, you wrote this. Or no, she wrote this.
She wrote that, yeah.
Somebody did. Love Boo. Is she Boo?
Yeah, please don't leave. What?
Babe, I need you to be with me. But this was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't really even remember
All right,
that.
so he's trying to be nosy, a nosy person. You know, allegedly they had broken up. You know, of course they get back together, break up. Allegedly, but he's wanting to know who's the new man of the house. Is what I think. Who took my place? Why aren't you answering my calls? Why aren't you helping me get out of here? I think she cut him off. Boom. Because there's TikToks that will infer to that greatly. So he's pissed off. He's been cut off. So maybe he is feeling some type of way to get her back in a negative, retaliatory way.
Or you just found another one?
4/20. April 20.
Oh, is that to me or her? What's the list? Oh, that's my signature, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so those are letters I wrote to her when I was in prison. So now I figured those out.
Got it.
But there was a drawer that had a bunch of notebooks in it.
That's the next one, yeah.
Okay.
That one.
Well, let's see what they're brand new.
I have a list.
What does that say?
I have a list.
Yeah, what's the list? That's freaking a welder, a builder? Is that what it said?
See here in a second. I have a list, a Weber, build up the email list, video leads, just looks like a business plan.
Oh.
Any of these toys that you're seeing in here, or anything that you had mentioned, Michael had a toy that.
Yeah. I don't see it. What's all that stuff there?
Miscellaneous stuff. Yeah. Notebooks, pictures, school stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you check all those notebooks. I mean, those. Do you guys have her purse too?
Well, we're not sure yet. This is the first time we're looking at it.
Her purse, I think, was in the bedroom. If you want to go to the bedroom, the master bedroom.
What will we find in her purse?
I don't know. I mean, stuff that is relative to. I mean, pertain to the case, or I'm just trying to help you guys out with anything.
Yeah. No, anything that would help out Michael.
That closet to your left.
In here?
No, behind you.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. What's in that?
A lot of stuff.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, office medical supplies.
Medical supplies? Let me see what medical supplies.
There's nothing in it.
That's fucking weird. She's never had.
It sounds like he's interrogating them on what's there. Aren't you supposed to know already? I thought you were supposed to be helpful. This isn't helpful. This is a wild fucking goose chase.
That before.
Yes, this is all here. It's just weird stuff.
Office and medical supplies, huh?
Yeah, charcoal. Then we're in your room. This is your bed.
Yeah. It's a little blurry. I can't. You gotta lift the camera up a little bit. There,
sorry.
there you go. She's got Bible, headphones.
Headphones, paperwork, mail.
Can you look? Because she has access to. Yep, that one's hers.
Now they're out here digging on this side of the yard.
Okay.
See
Yep.
where they're at?
Now listen to this. This is important.
Nah, I would just use the backhoe and go.
Oh. This is one of a kind here. This is one of a kind where I've heard a confession has been made. Whether it's true or not remains to be known. Or the details. But any suggestions, just dig the whole fucking thing up, which is what they eventually did.
Oh,
Michael.
by the corner of the fence area. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, that's where they're headed back over here.
Yeah, that's just where I would have them dig.
Would Oakley go over there?
Possibly if she didn't. She didn't really go to. She only stuck usually in one spot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like.
Is there any doubt in your mind that Michael's back here somewhere?
Oh, snapperoozies. And that right there is when I went, aha. Because that's what is in Chris's mind. They're probably looking at each other over in that yard going, I was really preparing for the worst here, and there's nothing. What do we do? What do you do when you finally get that warrant? You arrest Sarah Wondra for failure to report a death, and you think this is it? We're finally going to have answers, and there is nothing but a wild goose chase, potentially. Maybe obviously there's more evidence we don't know of, but holy hell. That would be gut-wrenching as an investigator. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes.
Doubt? I can't. I mean, the last place I knew is where I directed you. So I don't. I mean, there's Sarah could have done something. To draw the what do you call it? To draw confusion. She could have moved him, but I don't know. The last place that I know that he was buried was.
Sir, I think that's you.
Where I pointed you guys.
In her parents' back.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's. How did you guys when you came back? Why did you come back here?
What do you mean came back there?
Yeah, I mean, like the next day, like you shared with us that Brandon put him in the guest room, bound up, but then the next day they moved him back here. Why?
That's a great question. I couldn't tell you.
Bro. It makes me don't think that me calling this alleged confession bullshit is me taking up for anything that's going on here. This is enraging. It's wasteful. It's horrendous. I wish there was punishment for shit like this. But it does happen. It's not uncommon. Matter of fact, it's getting worse since the 90s. And what do you do?
I don't have an answer for that.
What vehicle did they use?
She left me with a Lexus, I believe, that day. So, and it would have been her vehicle.
Okay.
She didn't take. We didn't take the truck a whole lot of places unless we had gas money for it, because it's not that cheap to run.
Okay. Well, as you can tell, they're doing a pretty extensive job back here.
Yeah.
You know, we're not finding. We've gone down 3 or 4 feet, and we don't want this to reflect on you.
But yeah, I know. I don't want it either. Like I said, that's the place that I know that he was being buried. Was that the first place I directed you?
Okay, that's over here. See the orange mark on the fence?
Yeah.
That's where I put the pen down from earlier, buddy?
Yeah.
So, should we go to the right of that? Even further?
I mean, where were the... It just doesn't make sense why he's not... You know, he's not in the area that he was being... You guys are digging in.
No, we only you hold that key out. We don't, you know, it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't mean he isn't there. It may just mean we haven't found him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just bothersome that the first thing Sarah comes, Stacy did it. Like, oh no. I mean, that's the first sign of somebody that...
Just right here.
Yeah.
Right next to each other.
Yeah.
And, we heard about it and we were like, well, that didn't take long.
I bet he was about to say that was the first time that it's been mentioned that somebody implicated me. Like, oh shit, she played my own game on myself. Because here he is trying to specifically blame Sarah. And Sarah is indirectly blaming everybody else because God told her. Well, yeah.
No, I believe you. I mean, that's how scandalous she is, though. But, I mean, that's the first thing that somebody that's guilty, that's the first thing that somebody would say. Oh, he did it. You see what I'm saying? So that's my point.
Well, that's what you're doing.
You know,
And then she said you buried him over Carson Yard.
Oh my God, dude, that is so pathetic. I can't even fucking mow a lawn. How am I gonna dig a fucking hole? Fuck. I mean, that's just fucking bullshit.
Hang on. Let me turn something around here for you.
Okay.
They're finding that rag thing. Does that mean anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
Now, very funny that the rag rumor had come out quite early after the excavation. It was already spreading around like wildfire, which tends to happen around that police department. I'm not sure who, but it was alleged. You know, there are people from all different departments in the city that help. For instance, the fire department, the utility companies. You know, people talk, shit gets out. It's just how it is. Could be nothing nefarious, but it's supposed to be zippity doo dah and not talked about. But it just doesn't always work out that way. And then sometimes you overhear things that you shouldn't have, or hack into things you shouldn't have, or whatever the case may be, and it spreads. So this was very early on that this rag was mentioned. Excuse me. And maybe somebody was questioned about it later on after this happened. So maybe there was some evidence that came out of that. Who knows?
But no, finish your thought, buddy.
What is that? Is that a shirt or a rag?
It looks like a rag.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
See the dog? How he's
Oh, let me just go back a little bit. The dog is reacting to the rag.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
see the dog? How he's reacting to it
Where's the dog? Oh, right there.
on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see
It's crazy.
everybody's here. The news is here. Everybody's here. It's crazy.
Is my name gonna be on the news?
No, we they don't know who you are right now.
Okay.
No.
I just don't want to be like.
This is
They can lie to you, boo boo.
a huge problem. I mean, you can imagine that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, this is like international news because, we have to find Michael. And, the good part there is you've been cooperative and help guiding us through this.
So here's my question for you.
Without his body, right?
What's that?
We don't want to leave here without his body, and your cooperation in helping us do that has been much appreciated.
I would assume you wouldn't want that, Chris Medina. And I'm not trying to be an ass. I appreciate the work he does. I also do not appreciate the shit he does in these missing children's cases. I know that's his specialty. He's been doing it for a long time and he has a right to. But this isn't the way to retire, in my opinion. But who the fuck am I? I think that this was a risky thing to do. And so I get it. As horrible as the thought of him being back there and this becoming a reality, that's horrible. But at the same time, as investigators, you have a job to do. And the interrogation aspect may have backfired, perhaps.
Very much.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to tell the public
So
something.
here's what do they see?
I don't know. They're just communicating to each other.
Oh.
But what were you going to say? Here's what?
No, here's the question I have is so like I said, my knowledge of where Michael was in our backyard. But then Sarah pointed out, well, you buried him in Carson's yard. Clearly you guys know that I'm not capable of digging a hole. Is there any way that, any thoughts that you guys have that where, if that's the first thing she said, that seems kind of fucking a little bit awkward.
Yeah, but what's interesting?
How about this? Maybe they actually know the fuckers around these people and maybe even Michael's family to get access to Michael, right? Because there has to be a connection in that way. Whoever the group or persons are involved in this, there has to be that connection of a person knowing something between the two or group. So what if they already fucking know or have a great idea and they're just trying to find out who else assisted, who else knows, who was complicit? Because you're not going to just leave somebody out that you feel as an investigator might be involved. This is a complex case. There's going to be multiple people charged. I promise you that. And I don't know if it's really necessarily these poor blokes here, the four, or maybe there's an additional group. Okay.
About it, and we agree with you. But what's interesting about it also, this was probably, Scott, this is probably the deal she was going to go for. And like we told you up front,
She was going to roll.
We showed up with a search warrant for murder to search the backyard, and it wasn't 10 seconds. It was Stacy did it, and he killed him, murdered the boy, or whatever the verbiage is. I wasn't there. That is on body camera. And automatically...
This sounds like the worst, angriest, most egregious breakup on the back of a missing child's case. And I want to, honestly, I shouldn't say that. It makes me fucking disgusted. I'm gonna be real. I want to vomit.
You know, you're the guy. Just as we
How,
predicted.
yeah, you guys have met me. You guys have worked with me. I've been working with you guys. I mean, as big of a person as I was, I mean, do I really seem like that type of person that could do all this myself? I mean, even if I,
We
no,
don't think you could have done this whole thing.
no,
No way.
not at all. There's no way. I would check.
That's why the cool part that's going to be here when we do find him back here, you're the one that brought us here.
Yeah,
And so that's why we don't want to leave here.
yeah.
And if we don't leave with him here, you're going to be known as the suspect, the one that didn't give us the answers, and your 3 friends or ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife is about to get blasted all over the fucking media as you fuck with the wrong group. We have the power, not you. You didn't give us what we needed. How about them apples? Put your ass on a billboard and make you suffer. I mean, that's just how I see it. I mean, if you fuck around, you find out, right?
Unless we have Michael.
Yeah.
Because that solidifies your statement,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we've been honest with you.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's, we haven't, coerced you or, persuaded you to tell. We've just asked for, what's the one thing we've only asked for?
Tell the truth.
The truth. That's it.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, okay, sir. And here is the backpedaling. I'm sorry. You know it is. We've only just told you to tell the truth when we knew that you're potentially lying over and over and over and over and over and over and over for hours on end, day after day. You can't go out. You can't call your mama. We are punishing you until you tell the truth. That's all we ever told you. Tell the truth. We know how coppers are, especially investigators who have a history of a false confession or two.
And here we are again at your house asking you, and you're being helpful, and it all, it's all recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
No questions that anybody is doing anything, that shouldn't be done. So there's a lot of grass being moved here. Do you think her family's, what's her mom and dad going to say? They haven't even shown up. Any reason why you would think that?
That's very, very unusual over them.
Yeah.
Her mom and dad, her dad is like always trying to like be a part of something or always wanting to be, he always wants to see what's going on. So that's a very unusual act for them, just so you know. Her mom is always over at the house.
Okay, Crystal's
Always.
opinions, and I'm not being rude. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. Don't take this offensively. But, Tyler Vaughan has failed 2 polys. Chris Bedena has, the audio has been put out there that he confirmed that with Brandy. So what do you do with that? Compared to you're saying that you don't like the fact that he's feeling exfoliated on TikTok. Around the time Michael went missing, Stacy's, it's a weird video, but he's feeling exfoliated. How do we know what that means? Unless Michael is wrapped somewhere in the back of that fucking video, we don't know what that means. But we do know when we hear about 2 failed polys or timelines changing or not knowing the 911 call time or the whereabouts or, people being where they shouldn't be. Like, I think in these cases, it really bothers me that people focus and hyper-focus on odd behavior or odd this and that with nothing to really compare it to what really happened. And I'm focusing on what he's saying, what's inconsistent here, the conflicting statements, and there is no Michael. I'm worried about that. Those are the things I'm like, I don't give a shit about the TikToks. First of all, if you're a murder suspect and you are or will be one day, you're not going to put some weird shit out there like that. unless you're just a psychopath. That's just how my mind works. And I'm not saying yours should. But I just see that over and over. And I understand it is weird and a little gross. But I don't think that that's something to hyper focus on.
Right.
So that's unusual.
You think they know?
I'm sure Sarah's told them. I'm sure Sarah. Yeah, I'm sure Sarah and her mom have had a lot of secretive conversations, and she doesn't like to have
And so
conversations
has
like
my
that
mom
with her
and I.
when her dad's around. So she waits until she can get her mom, alone.
Honey, that's called being a daughter. That's what we do. We do that shit.
Here, we're going to show you what's going on out here.
Okay.
You see the dog?
Yeah.
Working?
Yep. Why do they call it abracadabra dog? Because
Stacey, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but goddamn, he really chaps my ass sometimes, man. That
Human scent.
Oh. So how do you tell when he hits or not? What is the sign?
The handler does. I don't know. We'll find out here because see the handler?
Is that the handler to the left?
This is sounding weird.
The ball cap?
Yeah, with the ball cap.
So he's sticking around at one spot.
Is that where Oakley used to go?
And Oakley didn't ever dig over that side of the yard. It was close to the house. I mean, Oakley peed and pooped around the area, but you guys dug all that up.
Yeah.
well, y'all just unearthed a whole lot of smell. What if it was a scent that was traveling from miles away from a body that had just recently popped up from the river? We don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. Because you can't detect human remains of a specific person, just that the remains of a body is detected. That's the problem here. When they didn't find Michael. Do you know how much harder it is now to connect the dots? A lot.
10,000 million% positive he was back here in this backyard.
Yes. I mean, that's where Sarah had buried him.
Is there any reason why because you will be asked why you would lie about that?
No, there wouldn't be any reason I would ever lie about that. That, to my knowledge, that's where he was buried at.
Okay. And you mentioned to your mom, you said you called your mom and you lied. Did you lie to her again, Stacey?
No. I was in tears, and I hadn't gotten any sleep, and so I literally, at the time I was with my mom, I was mind fucking myself because mentally I was fucking with my head because I was so exhausted. But I'm gonna call her back and so she can know that everything is accurate what I told you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, she like
the truth comes to light on that.
You know.
It's very eye-opening to know that they're questioning the validity of this. I can hear the worry, as they should be. This is why you record interrogations. Idaho is one of the worst states about not being transparent with those things. For the longest time, there was a lot of laws trying to be passed where it was mandatory to record interrogations, and I still don't think it's mandatory. It should be. Good God. If you could put somebody away for life or put them in a death chair, record them during their interrogation. It's the least you could do. I would demand it. But anyway.
She knows that I'm working with you guys and doing what I can to assist you guys in the search of Michael. So, trust me. I mean, I'm probably the only person you have right now that's helping you. So, I mean,
we haven't talked to anybody else other than you.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew what Sarah was going to do.
Oh yeah, she did it too. In 10 seconds.
Yeah, she's going to do it even further. Right? We'll give you that hint.
Did she though?
up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, I mean, that's just how it goes. All right, so we're still searching. You're
Okay.
saying still go over.
I would say, I mean, that area where I pointed you was, yeah, right around there was where they were digging. But again, Sarah made a comment about he was buried in Carson's yard. So if that dog is hitting human scent around that area, I mean, I would honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Sarah was scandalous and went and reburied him.
She said
Just
she didn't
because
hardly know them.
I don't know if she has that capacity to do
I
that.
don't know either.
You know,
I don't know.
she's a big girl.
Yeah, she's not small.
But it takes a lot of physical
Strength.
to dig a hole like
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm still going with your first comment.
Yeah.
That it's out there, over there.
I mean, the dog. It looks like the dog keeps hitting in the area of the house, that area where they're digging.
Yeah, the dog is definitely going back over to that corner. So, man.
Well, Yonkers, maybe some people came over in the middle of all of this, in between Michael's disappearance and this day right here, and put something in your yard when you were in fucking prison, along with Sarah, maybe, perhaps, potentially. You're only 4-minute walk away from the initiating crime scene, if you will, because it was a criminal investigation from the point of, okay, he's not anywhere in this 2-mile radius, which doesn't take long at all to figure out. So I guarantee you, when Huff said, we think that others outside of these 4 know something and you need to come forward, the window of cooperation is coming to an end. Well, okay. I got 15 names for you. And I'm sure they already have it, but I'm just saying, did blasting them on the news, did that work? Did that get the tips in? I really hope so, because I think it'd be worth it. Sorry, I mean, I think it's kind of egregious how this all went down, kind of, sort of, but we don't know the truth or the entirety, so I can't speak on that too much more. But mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
I'm not getting any younger. Sorry.
You need a tissue for your issue?
No, I had a little, you know how you get sleep?
Yeah.
No, it hit my, sorry about that, I apologize.
You haven't slept yet?
Buddy?
You haven't slept yet? You've been there all day, huh?
Oh, we've been here since last night.
Holy shit.
So, and here is the crawl space in your bathroom. Did they put him in this crawl space by chance?
I have no idea. I know that the only reason I ever opened it was to put that Savage box in there. What is that stuff in there? Huh? The what?
The stuff, the biscuit they put on the bottom of houses.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what if you put the dog down there and see if there's, I mean...
They did.
Oh, did they?
Dog didn't alert.
Yeah, I don't know what to say on that.
Stacy, you know the specifics, bro. You know the specifics. Tell him. Where is he? You don't know your own house and what goes on in it?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I don't think so. It's different than
No, I don't. No, sorry. No. Where I saw them dig was outside where I pointed you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any of this stuff belong to Adrian?
Thank you, Hellcat.
Your cat?
I'm just a useful
Hey,
idiot
little bitty.
sometimes.
Hey, little bit. Hey, baby girl. I'm sorry, baby girl.
There's one of your kitties.
I miss her.
How about that?
I think there's like 7 of them.
You can visit here at home.
Thank you.
Boy, if you don't
We appreciate it.
Don't worry, you'll be home soon to pet the kitties, and Sarah will be taken away forever for her horrendous crimes and whoever helped her. Don't worry, Kitty will be fine. Boy, I tell you. Shameful.
No doubt. All right, bud. Well, we're going to sign off here for a minute, and can we reach back out if needed?
I know he's doing his job,
I mean, I
okay?
don't know. if their good guys are gonna be here, but
Yeah, I'll be here.
yeah, he said he'll be here.
Yep, so we'll reconnect, okay, buddy, if we
Okay,
need it.
okay, thank you guys.
So you're still saying stay to the, either the right
Or, yeah,
of that mark that you
Yeah.
gave us.
yeah,
Okay, all right.
All right.
We'll take it.
alright, thank you, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
What a total just. Yeah, I'm sure people watching it for the first time watch it a few times. Try to make it make sense. Try to see what evidence you think came out of that. Really, just rock solid guilty. I haven't found it yet. Of course, we don't know everything, but what do you think? Put it in the comments. Share, share, subscribe, or dislike. I honestly don't care anymore. I prefer you like, but share this. Get it out there, because a lot of bigger channels will muddy the waters and make it seem one way or the other, because of course they want to take the jury pool in some way, have all of the public go automatic guilty, because of course they want to advocate for the family, because that's who they're backing. That's who they want to help. I want to help Michael's justice get the proper justice by being real with you, being honest. We have brains, let's use them. None of this is making any sense. All of the claims, all of the fake outrage, all of the you should remember every timeline, but I don't, and I can't. I just think it's, there's a lot of lies in this case from a lot of different aspects. And I am going to sign off on this. There's a lot more to kind of dig into when I break this down into maybe 3 minutes increments. Where's Bob and Tyler? It's time. It's time to step up and speak out. Get your big boy pants on. Because if these people are the ones that you're so ingrained to believe, go ham. Prove it. This is your time. Not YouTuber's time. Not my time. Not Brandy's time. She's done her time. Step up. Speak out. What do you think? All right, guys. Much love to you. Hang tight. There will be, I'm sure, some more fuckery on the way. And your girl Eve will be here to report it. Have a good one. Drink your water, love yourself, your babies, your fur babies. And Michael needs justice. So if you have any tips, if you have anything to give to police, do it now. Much love, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you for being with me while doing live streams. It means a lot to me. You are appreciated. See you on next live. Take care and spend your energy wisely. Life, take care and spend your energy wisely.